Hey there, what's going on? It's kind of late. It's almost 4 a.m. on technically Monday, the 21st, and I just got in. Actually, I went out with a friend of mine from work. He called me earlier tonight. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be up in your neighborhood," which right away is weird because I live way uptown and nobody ever comes up here to Washington Heights, to the Heights. Yeah, apparently there's this new gay club. Actually, I don't even know how new it is. I think it's probably been around for a little bit, called No Parking, down on 177th and Broadway. So, I wasn't doing anything, and I was uptown, and I went down there and I checked it out, and it was pretty uncool. It was like really bad design. It seemed like 1990s the max. That cafe from Saved by the Bell that the kids would go to for lunch, it was like that. But the music was really good. This is Washington Heights. It's gonna be good music. It had a lot of hip hop and hip hop, really. So we had a few drinks, and I ended up being there for like almost 3 hours, and it was fun. It was just fun. And that's what it's supposed to be when you go out. And I just get into this New York mentality of how, it needs to be cool, and it needs to, that's not what it's supposed to be, and that's not what this place was. And I'm glad about that, and I had a lot of fun. They had go-go boys, these much older guys who shouldn't be go-go boys anymore, but they were, and they had great bodies and, really big bulges, and so everybody loved them. And, I was enjoying them as well. And I just had a great time with my friend, Roy, who I work with, and his roommate. And they're both Irish, and that was fun because I love Irish accents, and I'm half Irish and half Mexican. I'm a spicy potato. I went to the restroom for a little bit. I really went to go get a better look at the go-go boy and his package, but that's beside the point. And I came back to the table, and my two Irish guys were there, but there was this other guy who was sitting there talking to them, and I was like, who is this? My friend Roy just kind of leaned over and he was like, oh, he's friends with my roommate Trevor. And I was like, oh, okay. He's very blonde and blue eyes and, great skin. Cute. He's cute. My friend was kind of leaning over and egging me on a little bit and was just kind of like, so what do you think about him? He's kind of your type, huh? And I was just like, yeah. Actually, I just sort of squared things off with Pedro, my ex-boyfriend. We broke up back in February, and things have been sort of, they've just felt unresolved and unfinished. And, just yesterday, or just Saturday, we just sort of, in a way, emailed each other a little bit and squared things off. So, it's over. It's been over. I think I needed to let my heart get to where my head was. Anyway, for the little game that I do have, I think the first thing I do is try to build a little bit of mystery and not talk to them. There was something going on a little bit, but we still weren't really talking to each other. Anyway, the two Irish kids decided they were gonna leave, go home. And the two of us, his name is Mikhail, he's Russian. We just sort of stood outside the bar for a little while, and we were talking and chit-chatting and continued talking. And there was a Gray's Papaya hot dog place right across the street. He was like, do you wanna go over there and maybe get a hot dog? And I was like, okay. I didn't want a hot dog, but I wanted to talk a little bit more. So we did, and we stood over there for like 20 minutes, and we were talking about different stuff. And then he kind of reaches over, and I was wearing a jacket, and he just kind of takes my jacket, and he just starts messing with it, like, buttoning it up and kind of unbuttoning it and messing with the pockets. And I just sort of smiled because he was flirting with me. And, there were like these moments where there was dead silence and nothing else to say, but it wasn't weird, and I didn't feel like I had to like fill in the blanks. And he would just kind of look at me and smile when that happened, and it made me smile, and I just felt, anxious, but in a good way, and it was fun and nice, and I got his number, and we might have kissed a little bit. We made plans to hang out soon, so I met a guy. Anyway, I had a really fun night, and I wasn't expecting to go out tonight, and I wasn't expecting to meet anybody, and I just had a really good time. So regardless of whether or not anything happens there, it just felt good that that can happen, and that, my last 2 boyfriends I met online. I want to know that I can meet somebody else in a normal way, through friends at a bar, or at a party, or on the street, or that it doesn't have to involve the internet. And I guess I was just kind of worried that I blocked myself into a sad pattern or something. I guess, it's not the case, and that's good. So, I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to talk about this again. I just wanted to put this out there because, it's late and I'm smiley and I kissed a cute boy tonight.